So last time we spent a lot of time working on this website here on the JavaScript. Now we have done most of the work, but one thing remains. I've actually noticed that if we actually go here and around here, right, where we are switching years between December and the new December here. If we go on December 11, for example, December 21 is the final date. So if we go December 23 and 2000, for example, we get no, because we are jumping some couple of days of December right here. So we need a way of fixing that. Now I figured it out. A way is just, for example, if we could duplicate this, what would happen is we could have two versions of this where we don't do the year, the minus year. Okay. Now if we do it this way, and if we do, for example, December 24, what will happen is, let's see, it will become no, because we cannot have duplicate values here. For example, if we say Capricorn 1 here, and do 24 December, then 2000, it will be no still. Because actually I don't know. So let's see what happens here. Let's see. Let's go to get user signed here. This will be this. And let's just console the log it. So console the log the signs. And as we do that here, you'll notice, okay, it's kind of annoying to write this every time. But you'll notice that we have Capricorn and Capricorn 1. Here, the first one starts on 1999. But this one actually is still on December. Now let's do the same thing we did previously to test it out. We start with the dates, and let's do the start dates and the end dates. Now, one question here before everything, is can we have duplicate signs in JavaScript? So if we just remove this Capricorn 1, and let's just say 1, 2000, okay, 2020. You can see we have two Capricorns, but only one of them is active. Okay, so what will happen is this will be overridden by this. So we need to do Capricorn 1 for this one, and by just doing that, here we can override. We don't need to override the first one. So let's just do 1 and 2000. And if we look at here, we got both of them. Okay. Okay. So how do we now do this? Let's test it out. Let's refresh, for example, and do December 24, 2000. And here, so this should be as Capricorn 1, right? So this is, if we go to, this will be from the bottom 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Capricorn 1, okay. So now let's get to go here, and let's just paste these as we did last time, if you remember. So 2000 here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and 4. So is December 24 greater than December 22? Yes, it is. It is. Is it less than January 19? No, it's not, because here, this one, January, should be +1. Okay? So let's do here, this is A, Capricorn A, and this is Capricorn B. Okay, so now this should be 2000 here. Now this should be Capricorn A, because if you go 1, 2, 3, and 4, it applies. But if we do, for example, January, for Capricorn B, which is January, for example, let's say 10, this should be Capricorn B. Now, great. Now, we can't really do Capricorn A and B when we are actually showing it to the user. So the way of doing that is we have to kind of normalize it. That's just formatting our text in a way that makes sense. So we got the user side from here. Let's remove everything here. We don't need it. Now, if, again, after this, we want to test, actually here, we want to test if user side is equals Capricorn A here, which is from the side conversion, or again, user side equals Capricorn B. Then what we want to do is we want to basically say that user side is only so let's see, is only Capricorn. Right, so hopefully by doing this, we get, if we go January 1, for example, 2000, it's Capricorn. If we go December 25, is again Capricorn. So this works. So everything there is done. Now all that remains is just basically to include this. So we, if you remember, we had this commented out, say that this should be for some dynamic text. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing here. Yeah, so let's start. So how do we do this? I'm going to create a new file here, and that's going to be to show results, or display results. Sorry, display results.js. Display results.js. Okay. I want to do results here again. And let's include this. Obviously, it's very important. Also, it's very important that you use defer for this one, since we're going to be using some DOM manipulation. Display results and defer. Okay, so const display results. This will be just a function. Now here, obviously, we're going to be using it in the main. Now, instead of just loading the user side, what we want to do is we want to first, we want to get the DOM elements here. So get elements, and the only element we'll need is the results display element here, document query, not actually, gets element by ID. And this should be, let's go back. And I'm going to show you a very simple way of doing this. First, let's go here into the result display. And let's go to ID and say result display. Nothing really fancy here. Sorry, nothing really fancy here. And we can just go and apply this. So now in the main.js, what we want to do is we want to say result display elements dot inner HTML. Now here using this, we can apply any changes we want. For example, if we say inner HTML hello, then when we submit something, this will be hello. Great, but we don't want to show hello. We want to instead change this up. So I'm gonna break this kind of into separate lines, and instead of 2 points, I'm gonna use this here, which is the backticks, which will be used for a better string concatenation. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna copy the image here. Okay. Let's actually just have this like this and get this here. So here. So you can see this is text, and not only the image, but the actual class. So the actual paragraph. So this is what we want. Now we're not going to be changing the class. We're just going to be changing the source, the alt, and the text here. Very important. So for the source, we already have the user sign. So you want to just say in $sign and curly brace, you want to say user sign, right? So let's test it out. Let's say we get some Capricorn, right? So the 25th of December 2000. So if you remember, we have under assets and I think it was science here. We got Capricorn somewhere. So this is the one we should get. So submit, and you can see that it's changed flawlessly into this. Now, not only that, but we want to also show the user their date of birth right here. Okay, so where do we do that here? Okay, let's go in here, and you're born on, then inside of this span here, we just want to show the structured dates, right? So, and here we want to say structured dates. And I want to give this some space just to be more organized. Now let's see. So if we say 25th of December 2000, obviously it should, let's say 1960. Now this should say Sunday, December 25, again here, December 1916. Perfect. Very nice. Okay, so what's next? We want to show the sign. Okay, how do we show the sign? Obviously, we also need to make it capitalized. So let's do this. We want to do, what we want to do here actually is we want to put this inside of a span, right? So span. And this will be capped. So this class will just make sure it is capped. We need to obviously go back to the styles one more time. Under utils, I'm going to create a utility for appearance.css and dot capped, and this will be text transform, and this will be capsulized. Very simple. Let's go back here and include it. Okay, we're all almost done. Now if we go here into the main. Now if, for example, if this does not exist, look what happens. We can change this, right? We can change this to be our sign. So user sign again. So 25 December 2000, and it is changed. Okay, since the font family is all capped, it won't really make a difference, but for people reading using a screen reader, this will definitely do make a difference. So let's see, let's go here, and it is small letter, but if we do capped here, let's see, so it is 25, let's see, 1999. So now here it is still Aquarius, but here it is capped, and this means under CSS styling, if this had, for example, a font family of sans serif, it will be capitalized, as you can see. Okay, so is this it? Are we done? Is the question here. Not quite. We have to take this and make it modular, right? So let's cut this and paste it here. So we will need the user sign, structured date. I believe this is the two things we're going to be needing. So here we can just say display results, and we're going to call user sign on this, pass it as parameters or arguments here, and structured dates. So finally, let's test out our program here, our websites, so you can see good layout. Now let's see. Let's say I was born on the 6th of August 2011, right? So when I click see your sign, I am a Leo, Saturday, August 6th, 2011. So this is now a fully functional website that is fully responsive as well. Here you can see how responsive it is. And let's test it out, right? So let's go into the site conversions and let's pick out, for example, let's say Virgo. So it should be the 7th month, which is January, February, March, April, May, June, July. So August here. So August 24 is in Virgo, I think. August 24. Let's say 2011, doesn't matter. It's your sign. Virgo. August 24, 2011. So after so much trial and error, after so much learning, so much concept, so much HTML, CSS, JavaScript, we are finally done with our actual code. One thing remain, which is to commit it. Where we started everything is also where we're gonna end it by a simple commit. Git add all. Git commit with a message finalized, finished DAO manipulation. This is the process called DAO manipulation, where we changed our HTML from JavaScript. Also completed project. Okay. Now let's just do the final command, git push. And that's it. Now notice we could have done everything that we did in this course on one HTML, one CSS, and one JavaScript file. But if you actually look at our code base, this is a product-ready application that can grow, that can scale. This is a sort of application that you can deploy and actually make money out of it, make advertisements out of it. It's not just tutorial code. This is actual HTML, CSS, JavaScript, vanilla project. Okay, so that's it for this course. Really, really hope you enjoyed. It's a bit long, to be honest. I think it's about 6 or 7 hours. I might be mistaken. But I really hope you enjoyed and learned so much out of it. I'm gonna be keeping to provide you with incredible resources like this. Next time, I'm gonna be going back into the web design, UI/UX design world. But I really want to thank you for watching this video and this course, for following along and learning. Really hope you enjoyed again. And until next time, goodbye.